Hello everyone, Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo here for another Fly With Me. And today we are going to be flying in our airfoil lab Cessna 172 yet again. Just checking the maintenance over here. Already did the pre-flight, of course, making believe because I don't want to hold you guys up. But today we're going to be talking about a plugin called FSEconomy. FSEconomy is pretty awesome. It is a plugin that's part of an online community that lets you add an economy into the game. Now that economy is done over at FSEconomy.net. And what you can do there is you can get charter flights, you could join an airline, you could buy aircraft, you could buy FBOs, you could sell aircraft. Really does add a lot into the game. For me, it's changing the way that I play X-Plane. Alright, so let's get into the piece of the game where we actually come in here and we are going to say pre-flight is done. Alright, before starting engine, pre-flight cell phones are complete. I'm going to turn off X camera for now. I still have to learn how to use that. That's going to be fun. So everything is off. Make sure this is off. It tends to want to be on all the time. That's set. Okay. Circuit breakers text in. And electrical equipment off. Everything is off. Good. Avionics master switch off. Fuel selector valve to both. Correct. Fuel shutoff valve is on. Avionics control breakers and everything is checked in. And of course we go to page 9. Page 9 is where things start to take off. We open the throttle 1/4 inch. We go mixture idle cutoff, propeller area clear. Clear. I see some people walking around here every now and then. I upped, you can tell as I go across the panel over here, I upped the resolution just a little bit on the game. I wanted to make it higher fidelity. Hasn't dropped my frames too much. Maybe just a little bit too much here. Alright, let me turn that off. Too many Tinder messages now. Alright, so we've got everything going. We are going to go to the auxiliary. Okay. So clear. We turn those two on. Auxiliary fuel pump goes on. Mixture goes to full rich. Look for fuel flow. Fuel flow.
The engine seems ideally
primed. Fuel pump off. And then
make sure there is enough fuel in the tanks.
There will be. There will be in just a few seconds here. Alright, and now we're going to take our passengers as soon as we get this thing going. So, we've got it 1,000. Let's check our engine instruments. Engine instruments are coming up. Fuel quantity is low, but it's going to be auto added by the game, by Flight Sim Economy in just a couple of seconds. I need to go back to my X55. If anyone has an X56 out there, tell me if the build quality's gotten any better over the last year. Alright, there. We're leaned for taxi. And we're right here. Flaps are fully retracted. Radios are... Avionics is on. Yep. Everything else is on. I'm going to put the nav lights... Well, nav lights we could hold until we do our run-up. Nope, it says on. Okay, so they're on. Transponder is on standby. I don't like the way that you do this. And we're going to be flying VFR today, so we're good. Alright. So now we're going to load our passengers and fuel, theoretically. Let's see if it works with this. We go to X Economy, we open. Let's move this over here for now. We log in, and then we start our flight. And 17 gallons of fuel have been added. 3 assignments have been added. Let's see, do we have our fuel now? Yes, we do. We have our fuel. Okay, and that gives us just a couple of seconds here to do a couple of things. We're going to come in here. We're going to look at ATL. I wish it would just automatically tune to this when you clicked on it. 119.65. Departures are 125.55. 125.55. Come on, bring it down, bring it down. I should be doing this on my iPad. There we go. Let's go there.
Jackson, Atlanta, INTL information X-ray. 1200 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable. Visibility 10. Sky conditions 5000.
So what is
scattered.
it? 3
Temperature
009.
2.21.
Okay.
Altimeter 3009.
3009.
Arriving
So
runways
it's high.
26 right, 27 left, 28. Departing runways 26 right, 26 left, 27 right.
So that's
Advise on
done.
initial contact,
27
you
left,
have
27
X-ray.
right. Okay, we got it. Alright, so a little windy. Not that windy, just a little windy. Got all that taken care of now. Alright. Now we got to put in the pertinent information here. Alright, 4J2. Alright, 4J2. Four. J. And of course, 2. Nashville. Yep, that's where we're going. Alright, good. We got that in. And we'll be departing, I guess, runway. Let's take a look at the runways, alright? 27 right, 27 left. Where are we? We're right over here. So I guess we're going to come down here and take off on this runway right here. So that's what we're going to do. Not going to be working with ATC. I'm probably going to start doing Pilot Edge at some point. I'm not liking the ATC in this game at all. And here all this time I thought we were getting our sound through my headset, and we aren't. How stupid can I be? Alright, so we're going to take this off and we're going to show you how to make money in the game. Essentially, you just fly the people where they want to go. That's it. So we've got different headset in. Got my Beats on now instead of my Corsair Voids. Alright, brake test. Get us moving, okay. We're going to southern Georgia. It's a 150-mile trip. I do not intend on taking you the whole way with me. I think that would be boring. But in the meantime, let's go and get this moving. And we'll get on the taxiway over there. There we go. We'll make a left down there. We were at the maintenance hangars at ATL. I didn't think that I needed to get to a gate with a Cessna 172. I just didn't feel right doing that. Figured the maintenance hangars were the better way to do this. See a truck coming, so we got to be careful. Yeah, he's crossing. He's on his own road. I'm going to have to get me some scenery for this area at some point. Being it's the #1, well, the world's busiest airport. Atlanta's not the world's busiest airspace, though. I think that's New York, because you have LaGuardia, JFK, Newark, Islip, Westchester County, all those in that airspace. It gets a little congested at times. Alright. I hope that they do a little bit more work on the ATC in this game. I know that Microsoft has had a really long time to do it, and with services like VATSIM and Pilot Edge, there's little to no need to do it for the high end, for the people that are more serious about their flight simming. But for newbies that want to get into the game, I think the lack of being able to use this ATC function here for VFR flight just sucks. Alright, so we did all that. We did lean for taxi. I still am having serious problems with my voice, as you can hear. But things could only get better. Alright, so we're taxiing, and we're going to get ready for our run-up. The end of this taxiway. This is essentially like driving to work for me. It's not exactly 12 miles, but it's a long taxi. We could probably do a mid-runway departure, and that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to set up for a mid-departure. No. Then you'll never know who's on the runway and who's on final. I'm going to go all the way down, regardless, just so I don't cause a mishap over here. I do have world objects on max, so there may be a bunch of aircraft landing here. I'm not sure. This thing is beautiful. We could tune into the tower frequency, and that is something I might want to do, just so I could see who's landing where. Oh, look at that. That truck is beating us. Of course it is. That truck is going what we would call slow flight speed. About 40 miles an hour, right? Trying to keep my input of T, which is driving me crazy today. Yes, T makes you pee. I think today I'm going to try to stream a little bit too, just to get used to it. I think that the FSEconomy is a good way to stream and get some people watching you and having some fun. I did do a Flight Sim World video. I don't know how that's going to come out. My voice was really hurting today while I was doing it. It's probably hurting you guys too, listening to it. Sorry. I think we go all the way down to the end, but I think I'm done with this. I think I could come right over here and do our run-up. Okay, let's just get this done right here. And I don't think I'll be holding anybody up if I start right from here. Alright, so let's drop power to idle. Let's put in the parking brake. Let's bring power back up to 1,000 for a second. Parking brake is set. Passenger seatbelts. Hey guys, all of you. Ooh, we got 4 people in here. I'm just going to use the right mouse button. Your seatbelts have to be locked, okay? Doors are locked. Windows are locked. Let's see over here. Doors and windows locked too, right? Good. Alright. Flight controls free and correct. I'm going to go outside for this because I don't have my custom views set up yet, and that is something I will do when I'm not streaming or doing videos. Okay. Let's hope my pedals are much better to me today than they were in my last flight that you didn't see. Flight instruments are check. I always wonder if I should lower this. If you look at it, it's just a little high, and just bring it down to my eye level, which would be right about there. I guess so. Again, 3009, that's good. Okay, and now what we're going to do is check the mixture full rich. Mixture full rich. Fuel selector valve both. And I need to get this throttle worked out because it's not smooth. This is the FCS system. It is a entry-level or mid-level unit, but still, it should have a lot smoother operation than that. So what we're doing here is we're looking for a drop of 150, and it's not modeled, but it does model the drop in the amps. And we're looking for a drop in 150. it's not modeled at all. That's okay. So Magneto's check, vacuum gauge is check. I would normally tap on it like that. Engine instruments look good. Everything's in the green. Everything's where it should be. And annunciator panel, which is up here, nothing is annunciating. And I usually just run a test on that. And now I'm going to pull it all the way back. And pull it all the way back. I'm going to test it. Yes, it works. I'm going back up to 1,000. Let's get on the tower frequency just so we can hear them. So Atlanta departure, Atlanta delivery, allow it. Okay, 27 left, 27 right. 123.85. 123.85. 123.85. Okay. You know what? I have these over here. Let's try this. 123.85. And then just swap them. Alright, so I'm sure they don't do that here, but we will see. I don't hear anybody on final. Let's look up to the right and left. Nobody up there. Nobody over there. We're out of here. Flaps to 10. Parking brake off. And you got the little shake. I love that noise. You hear it? The little shimmies and stuff. When people ask me, there was somebody that asked me a question, how do I compare this aircraft to the stock 172? Stock 172 in this game is phenomenal. Okay? This is better. That's how I compare it. And it has to do with the stock, you go in with no expectations. And Lamina Research delivered on that aircraft. They delivered well. 55, rotate, climb out. Oh, a little bit of wind there, didn't we? Climb out at 70. So Lamina Research really did deliver on a beautiful aircraft in that. Oh wow, we're getting blown right off course. We're going to put a crab angle over here. So much more beautiful than I expected. And it has a nice flight model. It's not perfect, but it has a very nice flight model. So we were climbing out at 65. We're trying to get it to 70, 75. I just finished up doing a video on Flight Sim World, and I have to admit, I am definitely not a detractor of that game. I do not feel that that game is poor. I believe that it is early in early access. I think that Dovetail Games is going to lasso themselves around what the community is asking for. And what the community wants is the ability to move over all their stuff. What the community wants is the ability to buy things and not be ripped off for it and be able to do it the way that they want to. Right now, Dovetail Games is kind of like saying the only official add-ons that they're going to support are the ones that are bought on Steam. Now, of course that's true because they're a Steam partner. And if you look at their railroad simulation games, Train Simulator, they make a ton of money on selling railroad cars or engines or whatever it is that they sell there. So obviously they want to have a similar model, but they've never had a community like the Flight Sim community where you've got payware and freeware, aircraft and scenery. You have add-ons that are payware and freeware that add in realism, that add in better clouds than I have right now, definitely. But I believe Dovetail Games in the end is most likely going to we're gonna have to do something here. I'm not on a IFR flight, so we want to go down a little bit, so I'm going to kick in vertical speed and drop below these clouds a little. Sorry about those guys. But I believe that they are going to make it work. I can't see them not making it work. Oh god, it looks like there might be some lightning up ahead. Alright, so we're going to be breaking the rules here a little bit, diving through clouds, but you know what? It's a simulator. And we could still see the ground, theoretically, we just can't see in front of us. So I think that Flight Sim World is going to get better, but right now, just right now, right this very second, it's very hard to find anything that beats X-Plane. I just can't for the life of me find a reason to actually not play this game. Hello everyone, we made it back, and I'm just doing a mid-flight check-in. We still have about 50 minutes to go, so it's only been about 35-40 minutes since the last. And what we're seeing here is I had just jumped up to right around 7,500 for a bit, just to get a look at the scenery. We are no longer in the Ortho 4XP scenery. It's something I'm going to have to do for southern Georgia. I think I'm going to get that working right after this. Oh boy, I'm definitely going to have to get that hard drive down, clear everything but this application off of this drive. Oh, it's so beautiful, isn't it? Alright folks, welcome back. We have a little bit of a sticky
November
wicket.
01 X-ray, Papa, Y heading 230.
Heading 230.
We are going to be talking over
November
lots and lots
01 X-ray,
of
Papa.
transmissions now because we're going to be using the horrible ATC. But what's gone on is that this area is sucked in right now by storms. We're descending to 2,000 feet, which is just below the cloud base. We are flying
November
IFR.
01 X-ray, Papa, Y heading 270.
Heading 270. November 01 X-ray, Papa.
And we are currently, well, not currently, but definitely flying on our course. And I'm going to switch over to navigation this way and switch over to heading because I'm sure we're going to have to make some heading changes over time. Why did it just do that? I guess that's going to be
November 791 Juliet Romeo, Y heading 160.
160.
Heading 160. November 791 Juliet Romeo.
November 791 Juliet Romeo, resume on navigation.
And read that back. I need to put
On
that
navigation.
on here
November
on my stick, so I don't have to keep
791
reaching
Juliet
over.
Romeo.
Let's make sure that we're looking at a heading of 160. Welcome back, folks. We are just about 13 minutes out of the airport, and we have a little bit of clouds now. We had totally socked in a few minutes ago, but it looks like we might be fine. We're being vectored in for an ILS approach, and that is pretty funny because there is no freaking ILS at this runway, at this airport. None. I mean, this is pretty much, I think it's control tower, but it's a very small airport. Just one runway, about 5,000 feet in length, which is not so bad. So they could take small jets. We're about 23 miles out. But they are vectoring us for an ILS approach, which I will tell you this, it's not going to happen. We'll just make a normal approach, and pending when we get updated with MEDARs and we start moving closer in, hopefully we don't have such a bad time trying to set this thing back down on the ground. Find out shortly, though. It's been quite a epic flight for me. I've not wanted to fly IFR for a while. It's easy with autopilot and GPS, let's be serious, but knowing how to throw on the other instruments. Sorry, I'm getting lots of text today for some reason. But knowing how to put on the OBS and tune it to where you want to go, that is much more important. I know exactly where we would be landing just in case, and I think I showed you that before. we had picked this airport and this airport over here as potential landing zones, just in case. I think we're going to hit a little bit of weather up ahead, not too far out, just about 20.5 miles, so we're inside 20 miles. We are in contact with air traffic control, Jacksonville Center at this point. Let's just check and
November
make sure.
7 Niner 1
Good.
Juliet Romeo Kilo Foxtrot Zulu Golf altimeter 3012.
Seems like everything is keeping nice over here.
Kilo, Foxtrot, Zulu, Golf, altimeter 3012, November 7 Niner 1 Juliet, Romeo.
That would just be Jacksonville Center, altimeter 3012. 32 Alpha. But we're not in 32 Alpha, we're in some other.
November 03 X-ray Papa fly heading 310.
So inside the 19
Heading
miles now.
310,
He's gonna be
November
putting us in
03
runway.
X-ray, Papa.
It's going to be runway 28, right? Let's go in here. Virgin 2. Yeah, we're going to be coming in for runway 2.
November 03 X-ray Papa fly heading 270.
And here we
Heading
go.
270,
Hitting a
November
little bit
03
more
X-ray, Papa.
clouds up ahead. It looks like it might be raining. That is going to suck. It's going to suck bad. Did not want to do an instrument approach on a non-ILS runway. This is going to be horrible. See if we have any procedures that we can get in here. Procedures. Select approach. I'm thinking they're going to make us land on runway 10. Let's enter vectors. Okay.
Center, November 01 X-ray, Papa.
Just in case, right? Just in case, at least we can have that fly us. Here comes the wonderful
November
clouds again.
03 X-ray Papa fly heading 310.
Heading 310, November 03 X-ray, Papa.
Here we go, right back into the soup again. What are we doing on gas? Shit. More than enough, but not what I wanted. Miles out, they're vectoring us around for a landing. I think they're going to vector us out here, at which point we'll turn onto ILS. We'll see that though. It won't be an ILS approach, of course. It will be a GPS guided approach. And I will tell you this, I have not done one of those in at least 5 years, so I am going to be rusty, if at all good at it. And we'll just let the autopilot do most of it. Or if we get nice little broken areas of clouds like this, maybe it will be over the airport. That will be nice. At least this airport is only at 240 feet, which means 1,200 feet above sea level. Looks like it will be pattern altitude. Looks like we
November
might be
02
a little
X-ray
bit below
Papa
that.
fly heading 120.
Heading 120, November 02 X-ray, Papa.
November 02 X-ray Papa Kilo Mike Golf Romeo altimeter 3010.
Kilo, Mike, Golf, Romeo, altimeter 3010, November 02 X-ray, Papa.
November 01 X-ray Papa. Y heading 220.
Heading 220. November 01 X-ray Papa.
November 01 X-ray Papa. Y heading 310.
Alright, how about us?
Heading
Where are we?
310. November
We should be
01 X-ray
intercepting
Papa.
that in just a few minutes. I'd like to drop altitude, just to get below the soup. Okay, we're within 10 miles of the airport at least. We know where it is. There is no ILS on this runway, so this is going to be kind of tough. Alrighty, come on.
November 791 Juliet Romeo. Y heading 280.
Heading 280. November 791 Juliet Romeo.
Is that exactly 28? That would be 280. Nope, that's not 280. That'll be 280. Okay. Can we descend? Where's he sending us? I guess he's going to put us on the airway and vector us in for an intercept. That would be my guess. Alright, so here we go. We're going to pray now because this is going to get a little bit crazy on this landing. But we'll let him tell us what to do. We can only hope that we have a little bit of a break here. We are running out of fuel. We're going to probably go low fuel in just a few moments. And we'll see if I'm right about where he's sending us. I think he's going to send us up to this airway, vector us back down, and then have us intercept this off the airway. That's my guess. We'll probably fly that airway to here and then turn left onto the approach. That's what I think. There are no breaks in the clouds up here. We are going to 4J2, aren't we? He's not putting us into another airport, right? I wonder if he determined where we were going. Jacksonville Center. I wish you had the log of ATC. There's got to be a better ATC out there for this game. Even if it's pay with. Alright, so where are we at this point? Somewhere out in the nether. Being vectored onto that airway, which we did not get onto. Where's he sending us to? Could you tell me where you're sending us?
November 791 Juliet Romeo Kilo Tango Mike Alpha altimeter 3011.
Kilo Tango Mike Alpha altimeter 3011. November 791 Juliet Romeo.
Alright. Not happy with this, any of it. I'm going to let them do it. Let's see what happens.
November 03 X-ray. Pop-up. Contact center on 133.905.
Contact center on 133.905. November 03 X-ray. Papa.
Alright, now turn us on to approach, please. You're putting us right over this other airport. I don't know what you're doing with us, but you have put me now 12 miles away, heading north. And we can't cancel. Where does it think that we're going? For Kelly. For Joe. 2. 2.
November 791 Juliet Romeo. Cleared IFR to 4 Juliet 2 as filed. Maintain 2000. Squawk 4700.
Got it.
Cleared IFR to 4 Juliet 2 as filed. Maintain 2000. Squawk 4700. November 791 Juliet Romeo.
November 791 Juliet Romeo. Fly heading 240. Vectors ILS runway 10. Descend and maintain 2000.
Heading 240. Vectors ILS runway 10. Down to 2000. November 791 Juliet Romeo.
This is hard getting that number on there. There we go. 240. The magnetic compass says 240. Okay, that's fine. Okay, check our engine instruments and just fix them, right? So what did 240 do? 240 still has us flying away. I would like to get back in before we run out. I just don't know what he's doing over here. Oh, come on. I guess I wouldn't be so... I guess I gotta put these on, right? I wouldn't be so anxious and... Oh wow, that hit hard. Or so impatient if I was flying for real. I'd have to trust him, so maybe I should just trust a computer. So where does it have us going now? 240.
November 791 Juliet Romeo. Fly heading 190.
Heading 190. November 791 Juliet Romeo.
Turning south. That's cool.
November 01 X-ray Papa. Y heading 270.
Heading 270. November 01 X-ray Papa.
Alright, so where are we? That is us right there. Flying south. Where's 4J2? Okay, we're flying south. We're probably going to pick up 28, runway 10, I guess it is. Runway 10. Alright. And I guess I want... There's my low fuel, just like I said was going to happen. Flight plan. Approach R10. So as soon as he turns us on to it, we'll turn on approach. I think that we pretty much I think we're pretty much okay with this. We don't have to fly that approach. We're just being vectored in. It should be fine. I guess we're going to be good. We're not going to have an ILS to follow. Right? There is no ILS at this runway. This airport. I still don't think there is.
November 791 Juliet Romeo. Y heading 130.
Heading 130. November 791 Juliet Romeo.
Okay, that should be good. You can get disoriented fast in this aircraft. So turning on, we're going to be following that Cessna in for approach. Is that a Skywagon? No, not. So let's just see this. Yeah, it's a GPS approach, but look at this. We're under the cover. It's almost like the sim gods have made it so we can get on course. I'm loving this. I'm going to back off on the speed a little bit.
Center, November 01 X-ray Papa.
Hopefully this keeps and we can make a visual approach into 4J2. We're running out of fuel. Hopefully they get us in there real quick.
November 791 Juliet Romeo. Cleared ILS, runway 10, approach.
Cleared ILS, runway 10,
approach.
November 791 Juliet Romeo.
November 01 X-ray Papa. Y heading 110.
Heading 110. November 01 X-ray Papa.
I mean, this guy actually thinks that there is an ILS at this runway. And there isn't. There's none that I found in even the realistic charts in real life, the real charts. So we are going to just fly towards the runway since this is going to be a visual approach, and we're just going to ignore him. And since we are VFR and I don't want to crash, I'm just going to cancel IFR and put that away. Okay? And I am just going to go back to flight plan and get our actual bearing. We're 9 miles from the airport. We're going to stay at about 2K. And I'm going to drop off to about 1900 RPM.
November 01 X-ray Papa. Y heading 160.
Heading 160.
Slow the aircraft
November
down to 90 knots.
01 X-ray Papa.
Alright, we got the low fuel. Thank you. You see it. Drop a little bit of altitude there. I'm not exactly sure if we're on course yet. Hopefully it's not sucked in up ahead. Alright, so the whole purpose of this flight wasn't to get into IFR flight. It's actually to show off FSEconomy. It actually became a much better testament to the weather systems that are in this game. It's not, or in this simulator, it's not exactly perfect, but with a little bit of help from XEnviro or SkyMax Pro, you'll see much better effects than what I'm showing you here. But still, for stock, this is pretty awesome. So how close are we to the airport? Barry. Let's turn back this way. Don't see it yet. I'll increase throttle just a bit. I want to make sure that we set down with some. Lift up that nose. Thank you. Alright, so it should be in that area over there. There it is. Right off to our right. Oh, we're right on approach. That's pretty cool. So let's start slowing her up. And dropping some altitude.
November 03 X-ray Papa Kilo Victor Lima Delta altimeter
And for the visual approach.
3009er.
Kilo Victor Lima Delta altimeter 3009er. November 03 X-ray Papa.
I might just turn off that radio if it keeps up. But still,
November 03 X-ray Papa
Give
Y
some
heading
kind of
360.
Heading 360. November
give some kind of
03
an
X-ray
element
Papa.
of realism in the simulation, right? Alright, so bouncing around, getting blown by the wind up here. I like it. I'm going to keep it up just a little bit and drop flaps closer to the airport. Berrien County, this is some Cessna, inbound, full stop. About 2 mile final coming up. 2 mile final. I'll let the nose drop. $1,500. Got a nice little tailwind there. Okay, we've got that. Actually, in this case, we don't have a tailwind. Or gusty. Nope, we want to put that to takeoff. Trim set. Get ourselves over. Not much of a crosswind component here, but we can put this thing down real nicely, softly. Let's keep that up at 70. Now we can start dropping the altitude better. And we want to keep that nose down. My stick is twisted a bit, so it was kind of hard doing that. We're coming down a nice approach here, nice and steep. It'd be good if we were landing on the USS Forrestal. And we're looking down the runway, not at the landing point. At 60. We'll let the nose come up. The nose come up. The nose come up. The nose come up. Hold it off. There we go. Nice landing. Nice landing. So let's clean it up. Let's take the maximum roll over here. I hate the ground handling, and this looks like the first. Look at that. The ground handling sucks in X-Plane, but the flight handling is pretty decent. And we're off the runway. Look at that. And all they have is a taxiway here and a little bit of tarmac. So we'll try to get back to that tarmac. We'll shut down over there if we can. If not, we'll just let the passengers out right here. Don't know if we're going to see what we need to see over there, so I think that's a road. Alright, let's just pull off to the side. Wait, is that a car? That's a car. That's a car. I was going to pull off over there. Okay, we're just going to stop it here. Sorry about that, anybody else that's on the taxiway, but there is no scenery here. So we're going to shut down the aircraft. We're going to lean it out. Turn off the radios.
Primed.
Turn off all the lights. Turn off the masters. And turn the unit off. Alright, let's take transponder to off. Alright folks, that was our flight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the plugin right over here. Go into FSEconomy, open FSEconomy. I'm just going to finish the flight. It's going to say your flight is logged and the results can be found on the website. Your aircraft is no longer rented. If you wish to continue, you must re-rent the aircraft. Alright, that's because I'm not holding it. You can actually hold your aircraft after you let your passengers out. So what we're going to do is, we're going to take, well, what I want to do is go up here. Alright, good. And I'm just going to close this out. File, quit, quit. And I am going to might have a little bit of orthophoto going on in a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to open this up. And we're going to go to FSEconomy. It's actually server.fseconomy.myflights. So my flights are done. We have to log in. And where I'm going to go is I'm going to go to the log right here. And so we are part of Air Squirrel now. So I'm going to go to my payment log. And this is the last one that I had. So we landed at 4J2. And Infinity Aviation took $45. 901 from them. 45.45. 901 from them. 45.45. 901 from them. And I think that's it. So let's look at the logs here. This is that flight, the last one that we took. We got a full $2,100 from it. So our income from this flight was $2,700. We paid $218 for the rental, and that was based on 2 hours of flight time at $103. Additional costs were $57.74 in fuel, $270 in ground crew fees for a total of $328. Our distance bonus, because we flew it away from its home airport, was negative $28.88. So out of $2,700, we leave with $21.27 for this one flight. Now, if I go to my bank, that leaves me with a grand total of close to $8,500 or $8,400. And that's not so bad. So FSEconomy gives you a great way to make fun out of flight simming. Now, all I'm doing over here is making sure that I always have 1,000 on me. And there we are. So we actually have almost $8,500 from a total of, let's go to our logs, a total of 4 flights. So we're averaging about 2,000, 2,100 per flight. Folks, that's FSEconomy. It's actually pretty awesome. And X-Plane is made even more awesome by using it. If you want to see more of these videos, please comment below. Sorry about this one being so long. I bet anything I trim it down to be more manageable. Well, with that said, don't forget to watch my video from 2 videos ago. It was where I took the Airfoil Labs Cessna 172 out for the first time. There is a contest at the very end of that video that requires that you comment in that video's comment section. I will be giving away a Airfoil Labs Cessna 172 on July 4th. So just make sure you go to that video and comment. And with that said, you all be safe out there, and I'll talk to you soon.